Hello guys, this is What About Nintendo. Today I'm here with my buddy Josh Sheriff. He's one of my faithful, loyal subscribers, and we're here to do a discussion on the Nintendo Switch. Let's get right on into it. Josh Sheriff, feel free to introduce yourself in any way you want.
Oh, hi everybody, I'm Josh, as it is. I'm a truly big Super Smash Bros. Fan.
Yeah, Super Smash Bros. Is his thing. Hopefully Super Smash Bros. Gets announced for the Nintendo Switch. That'd be pretty dope.
Yeah.
Pretty awesome. But I guess we'll get right into the discussion. This is mostly going to be your thing because I've already had my own discussion. So pretty much this is just his kind of thoughts and stuff, and then I'll chime in whenever I feel like it's needed. But I guess you'll just give your general thoughts on the hardware of the system and different kind of features it has. Just whenever you're ready.
Okay. I think we should get on to like the I don't like really know, but like maybe like the hardware itself. I don't
Yeah. Talk about the hardware, like anything you want. Like you can talk about the sleekness of it. You could talk about the power, GPU, CPU, whatever you want. Any kind of features, portability, anything you feel like. The world is your oyster. This is your discussion. He's taking over my channel.
I took over his channel. Okay. So anyway, I think that the way the gamepad looks, it looks pretty better, so much better than the Wii U looking gamepad. It looks like the Wii U gamepad, but it looks a lot better than, like, more slick and
yeah, it's got like a sleek thinness to it.
Yeah. I watched the YouTube video of games something, I don't remember what it was called. It started with it was games and it had an X at the end of
Game
it, but
Explain?
yes, yep.
They're awesome.
They had the Switch and it was really like thick, and he said it was very light.
Yeah, it's lighter than the gamepad is, which is weird because it has all the internals as well. The gamepad does. The Wii U gamepad doesn't. It's actually lighter than an iPad Air.
Yes, and I think the what else was there? Also, the screen is more HD-ish.
Yeah,
like
it's
more
720 instead of 480, and it's a LCD screen. I don't think the gamepad had a crappy screen.
Yeah, except the gamepad doesn't have the Joy-Cons coming off it. It just has them attached to like.
Yeah, dude, the Joy-Cons are awesome. Just you can take them off and you can like hand them to other people. I like that. It's like multiplayer out of the box.
Yes. And also the way the colored are coming, the colored Joy-Cons.
Yeah, that's the one I got, the colored one.
Yeah. So they're gonna. Also, I heard through news that they're gonna what they said was they're gonna try to they're gonna do like these thing with their also releasing like gaming brands of gaming, like your favorite games like Donkey Kong Joy-Cons, the Bowser Jr. Joy-Cons.
Yeah, you can get like little sticker like things. They're not stickers. They're like really high quality stickers, quote unquote. You can't see me, but I'm doing little quote unquotes. They're decals pretty much. You just slap them on there and you got a themed Joy-Con, you got a themed dock, and you got a themed Switch. They're actually really dope. I want to get these Zelda ones from GameStop they got. I think they're like 15 to 20 bucks, and it comes with a screen protector too. I'll be getting that out of my Nintendo Zelda Breath of the Wild themed Joy-Cons and stuff like that.
Oh, that's gonna be, yes, the themes, yes, very nice themed Joy-Cons. The GP, I mean, I really don't know what that is, but it must be like the fastness of it.
The GPU is the graphical processing unit. It's what makes you see all the beautifulness on the screen.
That, I think, is really perfect. I think that's what everybody's going to be looking forward to, is the hype the way it is. And I like how it's going to get fast. How fast. I want it to be fast, not slow like the Wii U. I want it to have fast processing. So yeah.
Definitely it has a faster processor. We've already seen just like the loading times between the Wii U version of Zelda and the Switch version of Zelda. is ridiculous. I think I did a comparison. It's like 5 times faster on the Switch. It's not even. I bet if the game was programmed specifically for the Switch, it'd be even faster because there's only so much you can do for a port instead of having a game built from the ground up. That's probably due to its cartridges and the fact it has a faster processors and stuff in there. But what do you think about the portability of it? Just that you can like dock it and undock it. Are you gonna use that? Because personally, I think I'm gonna use that a lot.
I think that's gonna be good. I think that's gonna be so hype. I really like to go. I would love to go to school, and just play that thing in school. But I'm probably not gonna do it because the possibility is that when you're at home, you're gonna mainly use it like a Game Boy or GameCube. Actually, what I should say, like you're gonna take the Joy-Cons off the screen, and this is my example, and then you're gonna place them on through the little Joy-Con control holder,
The grip.
and then grip. Yep. Or you could either just leave the Joy-Cons on the screen and just use the Pro controller,
Yeah.
which it's really cool how you could do it because I think you can also play it as arcade mode. You could do it as you could also do it as a lot of other things. To play in the car.
Totally.
That's
That's what I'll be doing. My sister likes me to go places with her because she's all like, I'm just a weak little girl. I can't defend myself. Come with me. And so I'm like, fine, whatever. I'll just bring my Nintendo Switch now. Stop playing Zelda for 12 straight hours and keep going on the go.
That's right. So if you're in the middle of whatever, if it's Super Smash Bros, if it's ported, and you want to finish it on the go, like Smash Tour or something, then you can just bring Smash Tour or Smash Bros, mini game on the go. You can bring the game on the go. It's gonna be fantastic.
Yeah, my dad actually thought of this way before Nintendo did. When the Wii U was first coming out, he's like, oh, you can take the gamepad anywhere you want, and you can just play it anywhere. And he's like, oh, wait, you can't do that with the Wii U? That sucks. Nintendo, make a system where you can just take it anywhere. And I'm like, oh, well, Nintendo Switch, there you go. So my dad is the original founder of the Nintendo Switch, obviously.
Yeah, he should have been the original founder. They should have given him an award, but they didn't.
Officially recognized by Nintendo.
Oh yeah.
That'd be pretty sick. What do you think? What do you think of your games? Of the games that are coming out for Nintendo Switch? Which one's your favorite? Which one's your favorite that they've not so far?
Right now my favorites coming out so far are Zelda Breath of the Wild.
Of course.
Splatoon 2.
Yeah, gotta keep that in there.
And Super Mario Odyssey. And I forgot what the others are, but I don't know if I'm gonna be liking them yet.
There's ARMS. As far as big first-party titles go, there's ARMS, Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, Xenoblade Chronicles 2.
I love Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. That's what I'm looking for. That's what I'm gonna get that when it releases.
Gotta have battle mode, man. I remember playing on the N64, just playing battle mode all the time when I was little, and I was just like, man, this is the best. And I was like, Mario Kart 8, yeah, coming out, battle mode, right? No, man, this sucks. And so I'm like, yay, battle mode. Just to clarify though, I did really like Mario Kart 8. It's just the battle mode sucked. The races were really good.
And I think they're gonna add some to Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. They're gonna add new. What it is, they're gonna add more characters, new ones.
Yeah, new characters, a whole new battle mode. I think there's 5 modes in the battle mode itself. Battle mode modes. New characters. I already said that. New cars. Of course, brand new maps for that battle mode. But there's no regular racetrack modes yet. I imagine that they'll have DLC and stuff like that. For Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, they'll add new tracks. But personally, I'm fine because there's already 48 tracks, and you're getting all the DLC from the Wii U version. So.
Yes, that's gonna be fantastic. I can't wait. I also think that 1-2 Switch. I'm personally not gonna be. I'm a little bit kind of confused with that because it's like you're not gonna be looking at a screen hardly.
Yeah, I forgot about 1-2 Switch. That game, actually, when I first saw it, that first trailer, oh my gosh, I hated it. I was like, this is the dumbest thing I've ever seen.
No.
Nintendo, why did you open up with this piece of crap? And I was just like, this is dumb. But the more I've heard people talk about it, it actually might be really cool. Like the safe mode where you have to like crack the safe by like feeling it with the HD rumble, like the sweet spot, and then just crack it. I felt like that was pretty cool. And you had to like count the number of like toy balls you have in like a container or something. I thought those were pretty cool. And Quick Draw, I feel like it's gonna be something I want to play with like my mom, my sister, or like my little brother. So I have like a 7-year-old brother and a 5-year-old brother and a 2-year-old brother. So I feel like they would really like that. But it's not really something I'm looking forward to personally. It's just kind of one of those games I want to play with like my relatives that aren't really into video games or are too young to be really into video games.
Oh, really? Yeah. Yeah, and I also hopefully they come out with a Wii Sports because really
That'd be
that's
cool.
that yeah
It's perfect
that
for it.
yeah it would be perfect because a lot of fans, I mean, even when the Wii came out back in 2006, it had Wii Sports as example, and yeah, and also another game I hope for is I'm just thinking about it now. I'm thinking they should come out with gotta think now I know it, but it yeah, so pretty much hopefully besides Wii Sports, I don't remember really. I just thinking about it, but there's a lot of other games maybe they should come out with, like Super Mario Sunshine 2.
Yeah, well, technically Super Mario Odyssey is kind of like a spiritual kind of Super Mario Odyssey 2. Kind of like Xenoblade Chronicles X to Xenoblade Chronicles. Or like Super Mario
Wow.
Sunshine to 64. Technically, Sunshine was a sequel to 64, but it didn't really... It was pretty much just the gameplay. I mean, there was story elements, but the story in that game was kind of weird. So...
Yeah.
But it was in the same vein of the big open world Super Mario 64, Super Mario Sunshine kind of gameplay, so in a way it is a sequel to that game.
It just
You
hit
don't
me
use FLUDD.
right. You know what I just got? I got it. It was Nintendo Land 2. That's
Yes, that's what I want. And the only thing is, Nintendo Land used a lot of asynchronous dual screen multiplayer. But if they do, there was a lot of mini games that didn't as well. So if they focus on the more mini games like Metroid, kind of, or just Link, had a game. So if they focused on the more not dual screen aspects, that'd be really cool. Nintendo Land actually was, I love that game. It's so good. So
Yeah.
I wanted DLC for that game so bad, and they never came out with it. I was like, why? This game is so
Yeah.
good. I want more mini games, man.
Yeah. And you know what also is good is that I'm hope since Broadband Namco is making helping with the system, making a game for the system. I'm hoping they bring back like maybe a Namco museum, a back of the old past games from like back what Namco made back in the day, like Pac-Man, Pole Position. Like it was really good. Namco, they do.
That'd be cool.
Yeah.
I'd be down for it. Don't
I
they
think
make Tekken? Bandai Namco?
Tekken?
They make Tekken, right?
Tekken. I don't
I believe
remember.
they make Tekken. Somebody makes Tekken. Maybe it's Capcom. It's one of those, Bandai Namco or Capcom or something. They make Tekken. I wonder if Tekken 7 will be on the Switch.
Also, you know what people are waiting for? They're waiting for something like Mother 3.
Yeah, I'd be very surprised if Mother 3 wasn't at E3.
Pokemon, the new Pokemon for the Switch.
Yeah, I wonder if Pokemon Stars, that's a big rumor, has always been that Pokemon Stars is going to be on the Switch this holiday. And I
Yeah.
would not be surprised if at E3 we got Pokemon Stars. That'd be dope. I'd be down for it. I haven't played Pokemon Sun and Moon specifically so I can play Stars on the Switch. So if it doesn't come out on the Switch, I'm going to be mad. Because I've been waiting.
The last Pokemon adventure game that was just like that would be like Pokemon Stars was Pokemon Coliseum.
Yeah,
now
that wasn't even like a mainline like Pokemon
Right.
game. There's never been a mainline Pokemon game for like a console. It's like
Right.
yeah. So that'd be a new one. So and we'd be getting Zelda, Pokemon, Splatoon, and Mario all in the same year. Like
I know.
that's a freaking awesome year.
Yeah.
But what's your opinion on RPGs? Because Xenoblade Chronicles 2 is a game I'm really looking forward to.
One of my a part RPG. My thing on RPG is making maybe make sure maybe somebody who wants RPGs maybe they have to get something good like out there like something that like maybe the team could do maybe a lot of people want a lot of gun games. I know that there's not many I could think of, but I do know that the I would say I would put in like maybe Metal Gear.
Metal
Maybe?
Gear? Is
Yeah.
Metal Gear RPG? I'm thinking like Xenoblade Chronicles, Xenoblade Chronicles X, Xenoblade Chronicles 2 type
Oh
RPG.
no. That's that's a shooting game, but I'm thinking that's kind of like I really like also besides RPGing like there's also like maybe like if beside maybe Chronicles was the best. I haven't played it before, but um
Oh,
I
you
would
haven't played Xenoblade Chronicles.
right number so.
Have you ever
But,
watched anybody else play it? You ever watched
hmm,
like a Let's Play of it?
not really. I
You
mean,
should.
I've heard it.
You should go watch. You know who Chugga Conroy is?
No. I
No,
don't know.
but you should know who he is because he's awesome. He's a Let's Player. You should go watch his Xenoblade Chronicles, see if you like it. Because
Wow.
Xenoblade Chronicles 2 is coming out this year, so
Oh, that's gonna
you
be
should
great.
watch. You should watch Xenoblade Chronicles. Watch his Let's Play, and see if you like the game, because it's a really good game. But RPGs aren't for everybody. It's not turn-based. It's not turn-based like Fire Emblem or anything. It's kind of a mixture of real-time, kind of like Legend of Zelda. You know how it's real-time, and turn-based kind of RPG mechanics.
Yeah.
So I don't know. It's hard to explain because it's really complicated, but it's really cool. You should check it out.
Oh yeah. Um. Also, it also F-Zero. Everybody for Captain Falcon
Yeah,
game.
F-Zero is
That
awesome. Fast RMX though, is pretty much F-Zero without Captain Falcon. It's pretty much F-Zero without the F-Zero branding. It's freaking amazing.
I know.
Actually, I just made a video today. It hasn't gone up yet as time of this recording, but there's actually a voice actor from F-Zero featured in Fast RMX.
well, yeah. So they probably won't need to, but maybe
Yeah.
I don't know.
I don't know why Nintendo doesn't make just a F-Zero game from the people who make Fast RMX, because it's pretty much F-Zero without the F-Zero branding. All they have to do is slap Captain Falcon in there and be like, "It's F-Zero. Here you go." I don't know why they don't do that. Maybe it's a licensing thing.
Yeah.
But what do you think about ARMS? Because that's a game that's coming out really close to launch.
That game is kind of like boxing.
It is,
box-
but it's like a boxing, but almost like a shooter as well, with your
Ooh.
arms like extending.
Oh no, you have to use the Joy-Cons on that game.
Yeah, well, you don't have to. There's actually buttons and stuff, but personally, I'm gonna use the motion controls because I freaking love motion controls. So you like push your hand forward and you like turn it to curve your punches, and there's actually a lot of depth and stuff in that game. But there is normal button controls if you want to be boring like that. Well, what do you think of what they've shown of that game? I think it looks really cool and really unique.
I think all the people are gonna like it. I think it's more of a family game. I mean, it's at least one of the best games ever to come. A lot of people would love to play it. It should be bundled with the Switch if I was just like a bundled
ARMS,
Switch.
I feel like 1-2 Switch would be better for a bundle.
I think you're right.
ARMS
Yes.
is a bit, because ARMS in a way is less casual than 1-2 Switch is, or even like Nintendo Land is, because it's more, it's a fighting game, so it's got a lot more depth. Because a lot of people are kind of pushing it off as like an evolved like Wii Sports boxing. But there's actually a lot more depth than that. There's like special moves, and every character has like different gloves you can equip. And so there's actually a pretty wide move set for each character, and every character plays differently. So it's not really as casual as some people are making it out to be.
Oh, really? Yeah. Also, besides, you know what I also like is that, I'm really excited that, Nintendo's releasing more games than expected at launch. I mean, they're doing their best. Just not many. I don't think it'll be as many. I think it'll probably be ARMS, 1-2 Switch, and Zelda.
Yeah, pretty much. At launch. There's not a ton of stuff at launch. I think there's like 10 games at launch. 2 first-party games being. This is very launch day, like the first day the Switch is launched. I think there's 10 games, and 2 of them are first-party, that being Zelda and 1-2 Switch. But I think ARMS comes out within like the first month. Mario Kart 8 comes out the second month, so it's very, very quick that they add these games. Even though in the very first launch day you can't play like 20 games, but I don't think who has the time in one single day to play that many games anyways.
Yeah.
Who has the money to just go drop, like
Yeah.
$300 on games at launch? Like, not very many people have the money to pay more than they paid for the console in games on launch day. So
Yeah.
yeah, I think the first year lineup for the Switch is really good. But what do you think?
I think right now it's completed. I mean, it may be a little disappointing to the fans, but I'm thinking that they really tend to put out the news really nicely. I mean, the new president, especially,
Tetsuya Mishima.
Oh, he handled it really. He handled it really well. Like, he handled everything. Like, he really was glad. I'm glad he showed. He did the Super Bowl.
Yeah,
So,
have you seen the Super Bowl commercials?
Oh my gosh,
They're so good. I'm just like, since when has Nintendo made a good commercial?
I'm a little bit jealous because the kids and those people are holding.
Yeah,
their
I'm just like, stop it. And the good thing is they showed a very mixed amount of like people. They didn't show like just kids or like just like older adults. They showed a lot of like normal people who would be playing the Switch, like older teenagers, early adults, kind of like, they kind of like 13 to like 25 range was most of what they showed. And then they only had a couple scenes where people, like 40-year-olds and like, little kids were playing. So I feel like it wasn't too focused on like little kids, because then as much as Nintendo has games that are friendly towards like everybody, a lot of their games, like, I don't let my kids play because they don't understand how the heck it works. Like, I don't let them play, like, Xenoblade Chronicles because they just don't know how to even control it. So, I don't know why Nintendo's just like, yeah, market Xenoblade Chronicles X to kids. Great idea. Like, what? No. You don't market RPGs and stuff to kids. So, I don't know why Nintendo's marketing has been like only for kids. If you go into my channel and you see who watches my videos, the biggest age range is 25 to 35. And and I'm a Nintendo focused channel, so generally people who watch me are the same people who are buying Nintendo stuff. So Nintendo's marketing, and up until the Switch, has been like, people 40 and older, and then like kids that are like 2 to 10 years old. And it's just like, those aren't the people who buy Nintendo stuff. I don't understand. But Nintendo's marketing's been really on point lately.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, you know what also is cool on is the graphics. I think that the graphics are really gonna be good. I think that goes with there's a lot of like greatness onto the I'm excited for graphics. I'm thinking a lot of people are gonna be like hype with the HD I'm still into that.
Yeah,
I'm still into.
definitely. This is the most powerful handheld from any of the big or the big three, Nintendo, Sony, or Microsoft. This blows the PS Vita like out of the water. This thing is almost as powerful as an Xbox One or a PS4, and you can take it on the go. I believe I calculated it up to be about, I forget, like 300 times more powerful than the new 3DS. So I think the graphics are really good. To be able to take an Xbox One and a PS4 on the go, and having it weigh less than a pound, and having a HD screen on it, and being able to play, like, that's crazy. And a lot of people are like, oh man, why isn't it as powerful as, like, the PS4 Pro and the Xbox One Scorpio? Why can't it play 4K on the go? And I'm just like, guys, technology isn't there yet. You guys want to pay like $2,000 for this? Then yeah, take 4K on the go. But
Yeah.
personally, I'm happy paying $300 to play my 720p. It's had a higher resolution than my iPhone. It's got a better screen than my iPhone. Like, what the heck? Since when has Nintendo been good with technology?
Yeah.
This
You know
is
what's
like
also
the most Nintendo console ever. Like, as far as hardware goes. As far as games, the games are as amazing and Nintendo-y awesomeness as ever, but the hardware, they're just stepping it up.
yeah, and then I'm still I'm very impressed that that the menu that
The
was
UI,
leaked.
the user
That
interface,
Yeah, that was so like slick and
it
hype.
is. It's just like everything's where it needs to be, and everything looks so clean and just like slick and sleek, and it's just like, here's everything in like really bright colors, and just like, boom, you can see as soon as you look at it, oh, this is what I need to do, this is where I need to go to get to stuff. And which is such the opposite, I feel, of what Xbox and PlayStation are doing. Every time I get into those menus, I'm like, where the heck is everything? Why
I know,
is there
right?
10 billion icons that I'll never use?
Right.
I'm just like, no, this is crap. And then I get into the Wii U, and I'm just like, click, wait 10 million years. Click, wait 10 million years. And so,
Oh my gosh, yes. Yes.
from everything we've
And
seen, boot up times and like load times are so quick on the Nintendo Switch, like just a matter of seconds. I've seen some articles be like, Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild takes 10 seconds to boot up. I'm like that's like they're putting it as a bad thing. I'm like, that's a good thing. You know how long it takes me to boot up Star Wars Battlefield on my Xbox One? Like a minute. I don't know why people are complaining about 10 seconds for Breath of the Wild. It doesn't make any sense to me.
I know, and I'm really also waiting. I love the I wanted to talk about the accessories, because especially what's gonna come with it, and I really want to think. I'm thinking that what they should make sure is that there's a mini microphone too. Like that's what, and other little pieces like I think the kickstand.
Yeah, the kickstand comes with it. It's already attached. It's permanently attached to the system.
I know.
We already know what's in the box. Like, you can see that on the internet. I had it in the presentation. It comes with the dock, of course, both Joy-Cons, the screen and stuff on the Switch, an HDMI, USB-C, and a power adapter.
The dock too as well, and the home menu. There's that home menu will blink for notifications.
Yeah,
like the Wii
like
U.
the little home button itself has LEDs inside it that blink.
It's gonna blink. I can't believe it.
Didn't the Wii U have that though?
Yes.
I think it does, which is really handy. I love that. I'm just like, oh look, notification. I go in there and it has big, thing like,
Sometimes
ooh, super sale, and I go and I buy some eShop games because I'm a
Yeah.
slave to Nintendo, and so
You know what? And also, beside the Nintendo eShop, I hope comes back.
Yeah, it is. I actually know where it is in the menu.
Oh wow! Well,
Yeah.
they leaked it.
Yeah, they did. When they leaked the UI, I know exactly where it is. It's like a little circle on the bottom. It's actually very conveniently placed. You don't have to go through any kind of menus to get
I
to
know,
it. It's
right?
just right there. She's like, click, oh
Yeah.
damn, there. So yeah, eShop is coming out. They don't really have much information on what the eShop will look like or what kind of virtual console games will be at launch. I'm suspecting that this month they're gonna have a Nintendo Direct on like finalized features and stuff like the UI, online, eShop, virtual console, things like that. Because there's some
Yes.
stuff we just still haven't heard about, which is
Yeah.
strange because I didn't ever think I would be saying that after the giant January 12th live event when I had like, I think I came up with 12 videos in one day. So
I know.
yeah, and I was like, all this content, and I still don't know everything. How?
You know what's also really bad and annoying too is that
What?
well, we do need no, I'm not there yet, but I'm guessing that like the me shop, like where you
Oh,
make the
Mii's?
Mii's. Yeah, that's
Yeah,
gonna be. I hope that
those
comes
are
too.
confirmed to be back. Actually, in one of my videos, I said I didn't think they would be back, but then Nintendo did confirm that they are back.
Also,
So they're there,
yeah.
but they
Um,
haven't really talked about them much. I imagine they'll just be the same as in the Wii U, maybe a couple more options or something. But I like the
Yeah.
Mii's, so I like them to be back.
Yes.
Yay, happy.
I'm enjoyable. Like I also love the most famous of all. My favorite thing I hope is coming back to is Street Pass. So maybe they should add Street Pass
No,
to this.
unfortunately, they already said Street Pass isn't coming out because the home console part wouldn't make much sense. So that's still exclusive to the 3DS.
Yeah, that you're right. That wouldn't make any sense because that was, it's never been like that for consoles, and people would probably be like, "What?"
Yeah, it'd be confusing that I don't think the focus is really on that.
No.
No, I don't think it's kind of. Because, Street Pass is kind of, I have it sitting in my pocket, and, I pass by somebody, and, I Street Pass with them. This thing's not going to fit in your pocket. You're not going to be having it on sleep mode unless it's, like, turned off in a backpack or something.
You know what I don't? Well, when I came to the disappointing part was pricing for the like the pricing is
Let's talk about that. What do you think? Because what do you think about the $300 for the console itself? Personally, I think that's fine because it's an extremely powerful console.
I mean,
it's two consoles in one. There's a ton of technology in the Joy-Cons. It's like ridiculous.
I mean, it's a little bit rippy off. I mean, it shouldn't be that expensive. It's just small. It's not like the Wii or Wii U, but they just did it because they wanted to, and I think they just thought they would make a lot of money. They want to make the money.
What I think some people were looking to $250. I imagine that's what it will be like over Black Friday or like a holiday sale. That's $250.
Yeah.
I think if they went $250, there wouldn't really be much room for them to move down farther than that. So I think they went a little bit higher at launch because they know people will pay for it. And then at holidays, they'll get in the more casual people who weren't going to buy it at launch for $300 for $250. Because $50, I'm not going to wait a year just for it to go down $50. No, I'm going to pay $300. I'm going to pay that $300, and Nintendo knows that. They know that, and so I think that's their strategy. And I think they're not. I don't understand why they're not packing 1-2 Switch. And I also don't understand why it's $50. Like, that game cannot have that much development time. You're hardly ever looking at the screen. The only thing they have to develop is the HD Rumble feature. Like, what? Why does that cost you $50?
I know.
Why is that $10 less than Breath of the Wild? It should be like $10 on the eShop. Like, or just pay him with the system for free. That would have made sense. I don't understand. Like, maybe I'll get it over Christmas when it's $10 because nobody wants it. Maybe the only Switch game that you can still find because nobody wants to buy it.
Yeah. You know what else is very annoying at this point? I realize this is my point. Now you have to pay for the internet, like online. Like if you want to play online, you gotta pay. I'm like, are you kidding me? You gotta pay for the internet?
Yeah, well, that's the same thing for Sony and Xbox, and it's actually really cheap. They confirmed it's only gonna be about $20 a year. compared to Xbox and PS4, $60 a year, $60 to $120 a year. So $20 a year, that's not much. If you paid that monthly, it's only like $2. So,
Yeah, but
it's less than $2 actually.
we're running our but when we pay for the internet, we're running through like our whatever cable provider we have, Verizon. You know, I mean, they might be a little bit annoyed with
Well, you're
Nintendo.
you're not using like you're using to connect to the internet through that. But the actual servers you're playing your game on are completely upholden by the people who make the hardware and software. So, yeah, I mean,
Right.
Horizon's not keeping your Splatoon lobbies up. That's Nintendo, and you know how many millions of dollars it costs to keep up good servers a year?
Right.
So, I mean, they gotta recoup that money somehow. They can't just be spending millions of dollars on, online servers and be like, well, it's free.
Yeah. I also, before we end, too, as well, I think the last topic we want to talk about is pre-ordering and
Yeah.
midnight launch.
Yeah, definitely.
So, for pre-orders, I think that Nintendo did say that they are going to try to make a big next company wave of pre-orders.
They're saying they're really starting to increase the production of the Switch so it can meet pre-order demands and they can have a wave 2 and stuff like that. Because Reggie, one of his big things was that he said they're not going to have stock issues. They're looking at how much they're selling and they're increasing production accordingly. Like they really don't want to have stock issues.
Right. Yep. And it's good because, especially with the people that want the Switch. I mean, right now it's not yet. The people who didn't pre-order right at the time, right now that want to pre-order can't really do it. Can't really do it right now because they really can't do it right now because
they're all sold out.
Yes, they're done pre-ordering. They're too full right now.
I imagine sometime mid this month they'll have a wave 2 and people can pre-order. And I imagine that will be gone as well. Like I've seen a lot of people in my comments like when are they gonna have more pre-orders? And I've just like seen a ton of people like when are they gonna have more? I didn't get mine. This is dumb.
I know.
I want a Switch.
I know. I mean, patience, everybody.
Yeah,
the wave
patience,
2 will come out. The wave 2 will come out after.
I don't doubt that Nintendo's trying to do their best to keep stock up. They're not back there like, mwahaha, let's earn less money and have less sales. Mwahaha.
Yeah.
What? That doesn't make sense. They're like, I know you want to give me money, but no, I refuse. Like,
yeah,
they're gonna take your money.
Yeah, and I'm laughing because a lot of people want to. It was best to pre-order and like the pre-order lines were so long at GameStop. I'm sincerely thinking, and pre-ordering online was pretty much a thing, but I don't know. I think in store is good too. I mean, I got my reserved. I know you got yours at GameStop the day it came after.
And there was like people just stretched out like everywhere for this thing. Luckily I got there early, so I was like 10 to 20th in line, but there was people just stretching out behind me, and the more people close, people just kept coming. Like there was no stopping them.
Oh yes. Luckily I found out from a source news site that Walmart was taking reserves and extended the deadline till Monday, and I went on Sunday, and I was just like, thank God I did it. I mean,
yeah.
I was just gonna get mine from Toys R Us, but I'm like, you know what? No, because I know it. People will show up at Toys R Us.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. So.
Yeah. Final thing, real quick. How do you think it will sell? Because the president of Nintendo is saying it will sell as well as the Wii, and I'm not thinking so. The Wii sold 101 million units. I'm thinking it will do somewhere between 40 and 60 million in its lifetime, which is around this. I think the PS4 has been out for 3-4 years, and it's hit 55 million. So I think it will do about as that well.
I think that the Wii U, not the Wii, that the Switch will sell really good because I think what Nintendo wants to do is they want to beat their rivals because the rivals, they're trying to think they're so like awesome and cool,
Yeah.
but Sony right now is actually at number one. People say Xbox good. I mean, I prefer the Sony graphics right now. I prefer Sony's graphics are better than
Yeah,
Wii U
and they're personally, if I wasn't a Nintendo fan, I'd be a Sony fan because they have better exclusives. Their hardware is better. Their controllers are better. Their online is generally better. Their sales are better. Everything about their consoles, it launched cheaper for better hardware. So Sony is just like killing it. If Nintendo wasn't a thing, I'd be hardcore into. This would be a PS4 channel right now.
Yes, I know.
It definitely wouldn't be an Xbox channel. I'd be like, screw Xbox.
It'd be Super
Screw
PS4.
Microsoft.
It would be Super PS4 brothers instead of Super Smash.
Yeah.
PS brothers.
Yeah.
Super PS brothers. PlayStation Bros. Yeah. So yeah, it was really nice having this great discussion. I mean.
Yeah. Hype score. Gotta get a hype score out of 10. How hyped are you? How excited are you for the Nintendo Switch?
Very hype. Once it comes out, I'm gonna invite my friend Chris over to my house to see this thing. He's really hyped too. He wants to see it. And I already told my friend Jason64 that he could come over and play with it.
Yeah, and then you can just, when you get a two-player game, you can just hand one Joy-Con off to your friends, and you don't even have to buy a new controller. You just have a Joy-Con for yourself and a Joy-Con for your friend, and boom, you're good.
I'm not gonna get any games at launch, right? Because I wanna kind of focus on the system itself.
Yeah, and Zelda, of course.
Well, maybe, yeah. I guess I'm gonna wait for but also it's also important that I also want to let those people out that are gonna watch this video not to go to midnight launch. Probably mostly not a good idea. First, because the line will be packed and go past so many stores. And it's just gonna be crazy, and I don't want you guys getting trampled out there.
Yeah, we're just looking out for your safety, people. Just don't go to the stores. It's too dangerous. Just let us get them. Just let us pick up all the great games. You guys stay at home in safety, and we'll get trampled. It's a win-win situation because we love pain and suffering.
Yeah,
you guys like being safe.
I'm gonna go to Walmart early in the morning since my mom doesn't work on Fridays. But yeah, it's gonna be enjoyable to get the game.
My GameStop's so close I can just walk.
Yeah, so
literally, it takes me about 2 minutes to walk there. I can if there wasn't a building in the way, I could see GameStop from my front yard.
All right,
it's that close. Yeah. But personally, I'm so excited for the Nintendo Switch. 10 out of 10 excitement.
Woo!
Thank you for being on this discussion. It was a great time. I'm sure people will really enjoy it. And yeah. But anyways, guys, that's all for this video. If you like this video, make sure to like and subscribe for more daily content Monday through Friday. And let me know down in the comments below what you guys think of the Nintendo Switch. And I'll see you guys next time on What About Nintendo?